How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. We need to talk about Fubo TV because it's up 23% today, and I find it really interesting what's happening. They had some pretty big news that came out, and I haven't really talked about Fubo in a while on the channel. However, everyone that's been reaching out to me and asking about it, I've told them that I'm holding. I feel like they have too many positive catalysts going for them that could send the stock price up that I could not sell. Now, I did what I said and I held on to my shares, and now they're moving up today on some big news, and they give their fourth quarter unaudited results. So I'll go over both of those today and tell you what I'm doing with the company moving forward because, like I said, this could be big. So if you guys like this, please leave a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. If you guys don't mind hitting subscribe, that helps out the channel a lot. We're very close to 80,000 subscribers, and I'd love to hit that soon. Also, if you guys want to see exactly what we're buying and selling, we've been making a lot of money recently in our Patreon. We gained, I think, 250 new Patreon members, or maybe 300 just from yesterday at this time. So definitely check that out. What we've done in the past is when we get such a large influx, I get a ton of personal messages, hundreds a day right now, and I answer all of them right now. So what we might do is raise the price a little bit. We've done that once in the past where we just cut off the level, and we might have to do that again because, again, it's getting to be a lot. It's almost like my full-time job is Patreon now. So definitely check that out. If you're interested, I tell them exactly what I buy and sell in real time. Also, last thing, if you guys want to check out WeBull, there's a link down below. You can get 4 free stocks worth up to $3,700 if you deposit $100. So definitely check that out. So we're looking at Fubo TV today. It's up 20+% on the day at the time of this recording. Now, this has been a heart-dropping stock at times because I bought in around $27, rode it all the way up. We actually bought, I believe, in late November, if I'm thinking right. We bought in late November, rode it all the way up, and then back down, and we held on to it. So we're up about 20% or so overall. And what came out today was that they are accelerating the development of their sportsbook. So this has been the major thing that I've seen for this company. If you don't know what they are, they're a streaming company that focuses on sports. Now, they came out last year and they were going to get into the sports betting space. We didn't have a good idea for how long that would take, but we got some news today that they are trying to acquire another company, that they have a letter of intent, a binding letter of intent to acquire sports betting and interactive gaming company Vigtory, and expects to launch a sportsbook before the end of the year. Terms of the deal were not disclosed, but this is really good to see. I mean, this is something that I've been waiting for. I really think the ability for them to integrate sports betting onto their platform is one that I hadn't even thought of before Fubo. And it makes so much sense to me that the synergetic relationship between these two, I think, is massive, right? So you're streaming sports, and then you can just bet right on the side. Maybe they give you a little bit of free credit or something like that, like DraftKings does, and then it gets you hooked. They also announced today more details on their online sports wagering strategy, further positioning itself to enter what Zion Market Research estimates will become a $155 billion industry by 2024. Through its December 2021 acquisition of Balto Sports, the thing that we talked about before, and its content automation software, Fubo intends to launch a free-to-play gaming experience this summer. Free-to-play gaming, which will be available to all consumers whether or not they are Fubo TV subscribers, will first launch in a standalone app and later be integrated directly into the Fubo TV user experience. By leveraging the Vigtory and Balto acquisitions, Fubo intends to launch a sportsbook app where consumers can see current betting lines, place a variety of wagers, cash in their winnings, and much more across the sports that they love. So I think, again, like we said, this is brilliant. One other thing that I want to hit on is they announced their preliminary fourth quarter 2020 revenue and subscriber growth. In Q4, they had a total revenue which is expected now to be anywhere between 94 and 98 million, a 77% to 84% increase year over year. They increased this, or they beat guidance. Prior guidance was 80 to 85 million. Their paid subscribers at the year end were expected to exceed $545,000, an increase of more than 72% year over year. Prior guidance was about $500,000 to $510,000. It says Fubo's strong preliminary fourth quarter results exceeded what we had already expected to be a record year for the company. So all in all, I'll tell you what I'm doing with this one. I am holding now, but I see a lot of positive catalysts coming up for this company. I feel like this is one that could do really well, and I know that there are short seller reports. Some people, and I've talked about this in actually a couple videos, I think I did actually cover the short seller report. A lot of people think that Fubo is possibly overvalued. A lot of them say that they wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. Some people are saying that they're estimating too much value for each subscriber compared to something like Netflix or something like Disney, that Fubo is priced much higher. However, they're able to get a much higher rate from their clients. They're also able to pull them in for a lot longer time. I mean, I think their average viewer was watching 121 hours a month last time I checked, and they're introducing a sports playbook, a sports betting part of their business, which I think could be pretty profitable. I think that's something that Disney, Amazon, Netflix, they can't give that to their clients. At least they're not even planning on it, or I haven't heard them talking about it. So I think that this will integrate very well into the platform. I know some people that won't watch sports unless they're betting on it. I know a lot of people that really prefer to bet on sports just to make it a little bit more exciting, especially when it's a game that they don't really care about. It's not their home team or anything like that. So I would consider that. I would consider buying more. Personally, I'm considering buying more. I want to see where the dust settled, because I've caught falling knives before, and you have to be careful. When the stock price is dropping in free fall, you have to be careful about when you jump in, because it can keep on falling. But now seeing a little upward momentum, a little bit of positive catalyst behind the stock makes me pretty excited. Now, I've held it for less than 2 months and I'm up 20%. That's a pretty good return, but I think I am definitely considering buying more because, again, years down the line, I think this could be a very profitable investment. I mean, even if it just grows to a $10 million market cap, or $10 billion market cap, I should say, that would be a 4x. That'd be a 4x on your money. And whether that takes, 10 years or whether that takes 2 years, that's a pretty good return. Something that I would consider is that there is going to be a lot of volatility, but you can see they're expecting around $100 million in revenue for one quarter. I mean, that's pretty good when you consider that $400 million over 4 quarters. They're sitting at about a $2.2 billion valuation right now. So that puts them at a price to sales ratio right around 5.5, which is lower than Netflix. It's significantly lower than Netflix. So with the possibility of their sports betting, if they're able to ramp this up and possibly get $100 million, $200 million, $300 million worth of revenue, which I think is possible in the years coming, I think that this could push the stock price up. Now, they have a long road to profitability from what I've seen, but I think it has some potential. Now, I want to know your thoughts on this. Let me know what you think about Fubo down below. I wasn't really planning on doing this, but this was some interesting news. Definitely check out the Patreon if you're interested, and check out WeBull too. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video. If you want to see the video that I did just earlier today on a penny stock that a ton of people have been talking about, check this video out here. And I also talk about a SPAC that I bought. Thanks, and I'll see you in this video.